What is going on, everybody? And welcome to your Thursday night edition of Unscripted. I am one of your hosts and the producer tonight, Logan Landers. And joining me, as always, on the show is my bro, Frankie the Yankee. Frankie C. What's up, Frank?
What is going on? How you doing? Happy Thursday. Weekend's almost here. Yankee Nation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yankee Nation. I know you got to represent each and every show. Our guy Big Shaw should be joining us very soon. And we have a special interview with up-and-coming independent wrestler T-Ray Watford coming up in just a little bit. So we got a really good show for you guys tonight, and it's going to be pretty fun. A little bit out of the ordinary, but hey, that's how we like to do things here. We never know what's going on half the time anyways ourselves. So we'll see how it goes, and let's go and get into the topics, Frankie. But first, hey, before we start, we just give a big shout out to Northeast Streaming Sports. We are going live on their YouTube channel right now. You can also check us out over on Facebook. Just look up Unscripted. Go on our YouTube page as well. Type us in there. You'll see all of our other videos. And also, we are on Zodiac TV, where we are live Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can check out our podcast as well, brought to you by BS3 Radio with Spreaker. We're on iHeart. Pretty sure we're on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you listen to podcasts. 99.99% of the time, you can find us there. If not, just hit us up and we'll give you the link directly. We always love the fan interaction, all the comments, all the likes, especially all the shares y'all been giving us. We've been doing really good views, and we that without the support from all of our loyal fans. Whether it's the Joshua Baileys, Frankie, back when you were just a commenter back in there, but we brought you on full time. But hey, let's get into the topics, Frankie. So we're going to talk a little bit of softball. This is our women's spotlight, a new segment we're going to be doing on the show. And man, this is a very impressive feat here. So North Texas's Hope Traitwine strikes out 21 batters for a perfect game. This is only a 7-inning game, and this young lady struck out 21 batters. What's your thoughts on this, man? No timer. We're just going to rock with it. What do you think?
I like it. Congratulations to her. We never see something like this, not even in the major leagues where men play. This is fantastic. 21 straight strikeouts in 7 innings. Oh, and you would think as a starting pitcher, you would only go about 5, maybe 6 innings, and then they'll take you out and put the closer in. But no, she had a very hot hand. Her arm was on fire, and she just kept going. She told that coach, she's like, I'm not coming out. I'm going for this perfect game. I'm staying in, and I'm getting it for us. And she did 21 straight strikeouts. That's insane. I want to see this in the MLB, but it's impossible in the baseball league. But different, same sport, but kind of different with softball and regular ball. But for women's sports, this is absolutely incredible, and I give nothing but my support and a huge shout out to her. She's a great pitcher for doing that, and I'm hoping she can continue for the rest of the year.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And I'm actually looking here at some of her stats, Frankie. This is the second time this season that she struck out 21 batters. It looks like in February 13th against Southeastern Louisiana or Lafayette, I'm not too sure. She struck out 21 batters in 7 innings, gave up 5 hits and 2 earned runs. So that's still very impressive. So just to be able to strike out 20-plus batters twice in a season, I think is unheard of. That's like some Nolan Ryan type of numbers, and we know how great he was in the MLB with the Rangers and Astros. But, man, this young lady to pitch 7 innings of no-hit ball, no walks, no hit by pitches, a perfect game with every one of your outs being the strikeout. If I'm those fielders, man, I'm paying for a nice dinner for her because they just had to sit there. They just had to sit there, stare at the sky, and watch this amazing moment, which is definitely, a once-in-a-million type of deal. It's always great to see these kind of stories come out. And, I mean, man, you can see there she's got the ball in hand. Let me get a bigger picture here for you. It says perfect game on it. Yeah, and it says first in I can't see what it says, but first in history, which this might be the first time in softball history, man, this has been accomplished. And it wouldn't surprise me because, my God, what more can you say? So shout out to this young lady for breaking boundaries, breaking records. And that catcher, man, that poor catcher probably had to put some ice on their hands at the end of the game. At the end of the games, I know that
seriously.
she was probably feeling it a little bit. And she got it in. Does that how many pitches that she threw? It does not. I don't see the amount of pitches that she threw, but I'm sure it was I'm sure it was a pretty good. But so far, man, just on the season, she's having a really good year. She has a 1.65 ERA, 6 wins. How many hits has she given up? Only 47 hits in 68 innings pitched. So overall, she's done
That's
good.
not bad.
She's not bad at all. She's been used as a closer as well. She's gotten a few saves on the year. So she's had a really good season all in all. And I mean, besides like getting the championship, I don't know, man. This might even top getting a championship. This is very impressive. And shout out to this young lady. That's a 1 in a million type of deal.
Yeah, for those of you that are watching and you're not really a big fan of female sports or even female softball, this is something special. You know, you guys are sitting there probably thinking like, "Oh, why are you guys even bringing this topic up? Why are we talking about it?" Because this is something special for these females. They're out there, they're playing, sports that they love, and not very much people as Logan and myself, podcasters, are talking about stuff like this, and I'm glad that we're doing it because you know what, for these females, this is something hard. For the males, baseball, we're looking at it and we're like, oh, that's nothing. Okay, well, let me tell you something. You let me know when you can go ahead and watch the Major League Baseball, and you tell me when you see a pitcher go ahead and do 21 straight strikeouts and win it with a perfect game shutout. When that happens, then you can come on Unscripted and say whatever would you like. But for these females, this is incredible, and we're proud of it. I'm glad that we're talking about this because, hey, we're never going to see something like this again, probably.
No. And like I said, we're going to start doing each and every show. We're going to have at least one female sports segment, whether it's softball, women's basketball. I know the WNBA draft is also tonight. We might touch on that on our Saturday show. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up. But we have our special guest in the building right now. We have Mr. T-Ray, the Ray of Light Watford. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Hey, doing good.
Come on.
Yeah.
We got our guy Big Shaw coming up here as well. So that's perfect time. Both of you gentlemen joined at the exact same time. That's what we love to see here show. So that's how we do it here. So how you doing tonight, man?
Oh yeah,
relaxing. Had a
we do it.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Well, hey, I know Frankie asked you to send over some clips of you wrestling in the ring, and us here at Unscripted, we put something a little special for you. So let me get this pulled up for you. That way, you guys can all check out what I threw together the other night. So I hope you enjoy. There it is.
Oh man, that guy's garbage, man. I wouldn't book that guy.
There it is. That is the hype video we put together for you, Mr. T-Ray Watford. Thank you once again for coming on the show, man. Hopefully that hype video did you some justice.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I loved it. I was geeking out when I saw it after y'all sent it to me.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, that is some royalty-free music, man.
You're more than welcome to keep it as well.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You can keep that. Sent to any bookers out there, and if you get a good booking, just be sure to let them know where you got that video from.
Of course, man. So I always got a name drop, man. Always got a name drop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, hey, we had you on Frankie's show on Sunday, talking a little bit of WrestleMania, talking about your life inside the ring. So we had to get you back here on our show, Unscripted, to chop it up with you once again, talk about your life inside the ring, and also just some current events going on within the wrestling world. So, Frankie, why don't you start things off? You got any questions or just anything wrestling related you want to talk with Mr. Watford about?
Well, before we go ahead and start off with the questions and everything like that, why don't you go ahead and I know you went off and on my podcast and stuff like that, and you told all the fans on my podcast a little bit about your background. But do you mind giving the unscripted fans out there that are watching the background of your story on how you started wrestling and everything like that?
All right, I started back in 2016 training at AAPW under George De La Isla. So it's been just good 4 years. Started my 5th year this year. Just enjoying the business. Got started after I had got divorced and just figured out I can do whatever I want in my life now. And my son asked me, he said it'd be cool if I was a wrestler after he was watching wrestling, and looked up the schools, and here we are 4.5 years later. And the funny thing was I was only supposed to do 3 matches, and that was supposed to be it. And
really?
I caught the bug.
It's like that, though. It really is. So after those 3 matches, I know you said you got the bug and everything, did that kind of change your whole outlook on the wrestling scene? Did you start going to the gym harder? Did you change your diet up a little bit, or how was that transformation? Because I know, being a wrestler, you got to be in very good, ring shape, got to have some good cardio. Describe that aspect of for the viewers out there.
It was actually after my second match was my first singles match. My first 2 was a battle royal. Like I was a no name in a battle royal, just a random guy showing up, helping out with the ring. And then did a tag match after that. And then it was after my first singles match. I got put into a story, and that's when all the creative stuff started just overflowing in my head. Oh, I could do this, and I could do this, and I could do this. And I started writing stuff down. Training wise, the only difference was you just got to do a lot more squats in wrestling. I'm talking 200, 300, 400, 500 squats each day of practice, just to keep your legs in shape. Because once your legs get tired, like your whole body's like done. So we just gotta just squats and squats and squats and squats just over and over, just till you're just crazy. So
do you feel
that was the biggest change. Sometimes, yeah. Then the next day you walking funny. Then like when you guys like walk up to wrestlers, we're always limping and barely hold it together. But then we get in the ring, we're going 100 miles an hour. Then right after that, we're back to limping and barely moving. Yeah. But that was just the only aspect, just adding that to my regular workout, and then just changing up other things just to benefit how to look in the ring. So.
Nice, yeah. I'm sure your legs are definitely feeling it after those squat days. Because I mean, I've seen the footage on like the Tough Enoughs and just other wrestlers training, just them doing squats for hours on end. Sometimes just it's like, oh man, I don't know if I could do that after 100 squats, let alone, like you said, up to 400 or 500 like you guys do. That would, I'd be sitting on the couch the next day for sure.
You just got to find your happy place, just get it done with. And also the burpees. Fitness wise is my kryptonite. Anybody that ever trained me, they know that I detest, I despise doing burpees. The creator, he should be like just be sitting somewhere in hell for creating the most evil thing ever made.
Right.
you need it for your in-ring cardio because a lot of stuff you do in the ring is just based off the basic movement of doing a burpee.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Mm.
All right, Frankie, what else you got?
I know that you said you've been in the business for about 4.5 years now. You must have a highlight in your career as of right now. I know you're still early in your career and you got a lot more years left in you, to make it to bigger places and stuff like that. Like I said on Sunday, I have so much faith in you going to the top. So within the time range from when you started to now, like I said, 4.5 years, do you currently have a top highlight moment, in the indie scenes?
There's times where we ask ourselves, do we have that moment where we can prove, do we belong? Say if we face one of the top guys in Texas or the company flies in a name for you to wrestle, are you able to go at their pace and carry the show with them and not have them carry you through a match? Highlight wise, I've always been prepared. Match wise, whoever I went against, I didn't have a starstruck moment of, oh no, man, I'm facing this guy. What am I gonna do? If I do this, it's gonna mess up my career. No, I never had that moment. Any body I've ever faced, I just stepped up to the plate. My only time I've had those butterfly moments was my trainer George De La Isla. He had a retirement show, and me and Ricky Starks were the main event for that one. And it wasn't the match part where it was like the big highlight. It was just making sure the send-off show that was dedicated to him would go off without a hitch. So like everything for him had to be perfect. And me and Ricky, we went in there. We had a 25-minute match. We tore it down, beat the crap out of each other, shook hands in the ring. We had a big send-off for George, and it was just one of those magical moments in wrestling.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool moment, especially for that tribute show or for that retirement show. Like you said, I'm sure that was a cool moment working with Ricky, who we know is tearing up right now in AEW. So that's always something cool. So I'm gonna talk about the showmanship side of wrestling, because there's always the athleticism. We're gonna talk a little bit about showmanship as well. So describe what it was like, kind of putting together your entrance and being able to connect with the fans. Was that something you found maybe difficult in the beginning, or would you find yourself pretty much at ease on the first time you walked through your curtain?
You just kind of just naturally trying to figure things out. Some guys like practice their entrances. When I had first started, because I didn't know no better, I used to do a superhero landing. Like I get on the second rope, then I jump, twist, and land in the middle of the ring with my fist in the middle of the ring. I used to do that for my first 5 months. And then one fateful day, I landed and I sprained my big toe.
Ooh.
And I felt it, and I was like, oh, crap. I think I broke my toe. The match didn't even start yet. We didn't even do introductions yet. And and I'm sitting here trying to just shake it off and just, rah, yeah. And in my head, I'm like, my toe is about to explode out of my shoe. And so I had to cut it after that one. That was the last time that happened. And then I used to jump up on the apron and do like a little spin. Like I'll jump and spin on the apron from the outside and then throw my hands up and do like the little Triple H taunt.
Right. And
then injured my knee, and then that one had to go because I couldn't jump no more. And so, yeah. So every cool entrance I think of, like an injury happened, I'm like, damn, I can't do that one no more.
Right.
So now I have this slow, deliberate, plotting walk to the ring, and I think this is a lot safer. So
right, if something goes wrong with that, then I'm not sure what they're going to do with you. Maybe they can bring you out on like a stretcher or something, or put you with have you be like a mental patient or something along the lines of that, just to guarantee that you'll be fine. But yeah, I was about to say, whenever you were saying about doing that Superman pose, that superhero pose, I'm like, either he's going to hurt his knee somehow, or he's going to punch the ground a little too hard and maybe dislocate a pinky finger. So hey, glad to see you got your entrance figured out, and hopefully no more injuries during during that part of it.
So yeah, now just walk to the ring.
There you go.
I want to get to the
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
What you saying, Frankie?
No, what I was gonna ask is promo wise. Now promo is I know is definitely hard. Now when you come out and you start your promo, is it just off the top of your head? You just come out randomly saying what you want to say, to make it work.
It's half and half. Sometimes I want to be different and do something that's not the standard who, what, when, where, why, and I gotta talk up this guy like he's a threat to me. Sometimes it's better just to talk trash to people like they don't belong in the ring with you,
Right.
or just to stand
Right.
out. I did a promo one time making fun of I was spoofing right-wing conservatives about immigration, but I was wrestling a Viking. And so I was in super redneck mode,
Right.
saying these Vikings are infiltrating our borders and they
wow.
need to be stopped. And they're taking our jobs in the wrestling business because there's too many Vikings in wrestling.
That's great.
And it was the funniest promo. And it was all dedicated to Vikings illegally immigrating into the wrestling business. And it was just something I just thought of off the top of my head. And it was like,
Right.
what's the worst that could happen? At least
Yeah.
I'll pop my friends at least.
Yeah, just throw it out there and see if it sticks. Hey, like
As long as you get the crowd over, that's all that matters.
The crowd and the boys in the back.
Yeah. Then,
Do you
another
prefer to be a baby face or a heel?
I make more money as a baby face because a lot of shows we can sell merchandise.
Yeah.
Some of the shows are still kind of old school. They don't let the heels go out and sell merch.
Really?
I've kind of blended my in-ring style where I can tween it a little bit, just depending on which city I'm at, because that's the weird thing about wrestling in Texas. It's such a huge state. I can be a heel in the northwest side of Houston and then a baby face in the middle part of Houston or South Houston. Then be a face in San Antonio, face in Austin, then a heel up in Dallas. And I get do all that, and then for my big matches, I just blend it all together since the fans are aware of what I am going to do as a face or a heel. And so a lot of times the fans just, whether I am working heel, they'll cheer me anyways, or vice versa. So it's just one of those weird things. I don't really have a preference, but I am more comfortable working as a heel because I feel I'm more natural self because I'm not the smiley, hey, let's do it. I need you guys, come get me. Yes, I need you. That's not me.
Right, yeah.
I'm kind of an asshole. I have a half cocky smirk that I walk around with, and that's just who I am naturally.
Hey, you gotta be like that because let me tell you something. Vince is an asshole, so he likes assholes. Just saying.
So.
It's good you mentioned that because what you were saying, where you can go between a face and a heel between different parts of Texas, is kind of like the old territory days. It's like you would lose a match in one part of your city, and then you go to a new one, and then you come back with like a whole new character. Just the fans will be behind you, and it is like that even in states. Like I've been to independent shows, where I see one guy who's the fiery baby face who comes out in here, and then I go see one where he's the cocky heel who hates everyone and who's throwing water on the fans. So it's just that cool mix of how a character can change throughout each city they go to.
Yeah. One of my biggest accomplishments as a heel was being introduced as a veteran, and I was still able to get booed. And
wow.
And in the state of Texas. So yeah, that's one of my biggest accomplishments.
That is pretty impressive. I'll give you that. Wow.
So I got the crowd that hate me that much that they didn't care that I was in the service.
Right. Yeah. It's like, we don't care about that. Look at them now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. You just have the I'm sure it's a great feeling just to have the fans in like the palm of your hands where you can make them react any way you want to. Like you said, if you're more of the slow, deliberate type of heel where you can just do the big power moves or whatever. Or if you're, the baby face making a good comeback, you can just have them, standing and clapping as much as they want. I'm sure that's a kind of like adrenaline rush, kind of like no other. It seems like there's not much you can really compare that to.
Yeah, you really feel that. You hear like the guys at the bigger levels saying you feed off the energy of the crowd, and once you like learn in ring how to do that on the fly, control the emotions of the crowd like a roller coaster, you really feel that energy like building up inside you, and like you can't get that nowhere else. And that's just one of the really good feelings you get as you progress. Because like my first year, I was like, I don't want to mess up, don't want to botch, I don't want to be on the internet messing up, I can't mess up. That's all you focus on like your first year. And then once you start getting comfortable, listening to the crowd and even changing what's going to go on in the match just based on the crowd or something, like that's one of those magical feelings that you just can't get nowhere else.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Well, Frankie, do you have any final questions you would like to ask Mr. the Ray of Light, T-Ray Watford?
You're you're in the Houston area a lot, I see. So have you met? I know Booker T has a wrestling school and everything like that. Have you met Booker T personally yet?
Not yet. I've gone down to Row twice. I've only met Miss Charmel, and side note, she's one of the most wonderful people you will ever meet in the world.
Right.
She treated me like she treated me like family. The first time like I met her, I was like trying to, hey, can I help with this? Can I help with this? She's like, no, just relax, enjoy everything. We got everything. And they're like, I'm just sitting there like, well, can I help with this? Can I do this? No, you're fine. Just enjoy. And then she was so nice and like loving, and I was like, I guess I'll just enjoy the show because she told me to. And then I met Bruce Pritchard while he was down there. We talked for a little bit, and Booker's his producer Kevin. I've been talking with him off and on, trying to come in, getting different pointers on my own character development so I can be marketable down there if and when I ever do debut down there. So I've been on their radar, but I haven't like met him like personally because anytime I went down there, he was off doing something for WWE.
Yeah, man. I know you said you've met a lot of really cool guys within wrestling. You said that you were in a stable with MJF a while ago. You've wrestled with Santana and Ortiz, and so you've been with a lot of big name guys, man. So we're just waiting on you to blow up. We know what's going to happen. You're going to get to, get you a dark match in WWE, and they're going to see your talents, or we're going to see you on AEW Dark one day, and the fans are going to see what we've been seeing, man, with these clips. And do you have anything that you'd like to promote before we get you out of here?
Let's see. I got Heavy Metal coming up in San Antonio this Friday. Next week, I'll be good Lord, where I'm going to be at? New Texas. Got to get a 6-man tag match coming up down there. And then after that, I'll debut for Global Wrestling up in DFW. Going against the champion, the Don Father Lugatti. So I have my rematch with him. So that's going to be another good match with him. And then let's see, next month we'll be at Premier Wrestling Federation. I got a Lone Star Championship match coming up against Mason Malice down there. And then Heart of Texas is returning, and I got a championship match over there as well. So got 3 championship matches coming up in the next 3 weeks.
And those 3 titles are about to look nice around your waist and over those shoulders.
Oh yeah,
you know that.
Oh yeah. Gotta put them on the traps, So
yeah, gotta make them look even better. Well, if you ever go up to New York with Frankie, if you ever come down to Georgia and Russell, just let us know, man. We'll be in the front row cheering you on.
Yes, definitely. I'll definitely appreciate it.
No doubt, man. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming on.
But before you go, man, if you ever need a manager, I'm available, bro. You always need a manager at your side.
That's
Those
true.
Managers, they help out pretty well. Look at Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South, Paul Heyman, and all
Hart.
of them.
Yeah,
I got you, T-Ray.
Make my job easier. So
yeah. You don't got to worry about talking that much. You can just have them talk and get beat up for you. Well, awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming on Unscripted. Loved having you on. And also, guys, go check out some of T-Ray's great work he posted on his Facebook page. I know you got a lot of friends over there, but they can check out some of your work on YouTube as well. So thank you so much again for coming on, man.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And just let me know anytime you want. I'll make some time for you guys.
No doubt about it, man. We'll be hitting you up soon. Good luck on those championship matches, man. Do it for us.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
All right, see you. All right. Hey, that was a great interview, Frankie, with Mr. T-Ray Watford, future champion, as we just said there, man. This guy, I'm excited about him, man. This man's better get 3 championships in 3 weeks. I got a good feeling about that. And if they don't give him that title, we're gonna go down. We're gonna go to all those Texas organizations and talk to them personally. I think because they'd be missing out, man. Because T-Ray is a great guy. We've had him on here twice now. Once on Unscripted and the WrestleMania show that we had on Sunday. Really good dude, down to earth, and just seems that he really enjoys being in the business, which is, it's kind of hard to come by because you have guys that are humble like Mr. Watford, or you get guys who, get a little bit of an ego to them and they kind of let fame go to their head. And we've seen that over the years and how they can just kind of forget where they came from. But like T-Ray said, man, he was a veteran. He's served his country. He's helped out a lot of places, and now he's in the wrestling ring, man. He's doing his best as a heel or a babyface, and fans are loving him. So we hope he gets noticed by a major promotion very soon, and we could say, look, go back to Unscripted on April 15th, 2021, and you can see we were there for the come up. So I'm ready for that. But we'll try and get Shaw back on. He said his internet's a little bit iffy right now. I know he's had some internet issues in the past couple of weeks, so fingers crossed we can get him back on, Frankie. But let's keep going back to our original topics here. We got a very ball heavy. Like I said, we talked some softball with that outstanding 21 strikeout, perfect game in softball. But now we're going to do a baseball because just last night, Carlos Rodon threw a no-hitter for the White Sox. Now, he actually had a perfect game going into the 9th inning. I think there was 1 out in the 9th inning against the Cleveland Indians. But unfortunately, he was throwing, I believe it was a slider or a curveball, and he just threw it a little bit too much inside, and it clipped. I forget who the batter was. It was a right-handed batter, clipped him on the cleat, and that's what messed up the perfect game. But hey, amazing performance by Carlos. What were your thoughts on this, man? Because we don't see too many no-hitters or perfect games in MLB.
This is fantastic. Wait a minute. What team was that? The White Sox? Ladies and gentlemen, do not drop your jaws because everybody on Unscripted, every single person on Unscripted before the baseball season has started had told all of you to look out and watch out for the Chicago White Sox. Mm-hmm. Every single one of us had them on our top 5 team to look for this year. And this, I couldn't expect more. Carlos is an amazing pitcher. The White Sox have an amazing pitching staff and a pitching lineup. And everybody's sleeping on Chicago White Sox. It's early in the season, and I'm guaranteed that the White Sox will make it to the postseason this year. The White Sox are a different team, and this guy is showing it. Yes, he's the first pitcher in the White Sox this season to throw a no-hitter, but I guarantee and I'm pretty sure that I believe that more pitchers in the White Sox can do this, if not at least have a no-hitter until the 9th inning where the closer can just, feel comfortable and just end the game. But, man, this is fantastic. I'm proud of the White Sox organization, and I'm proud for us because we told everybody, look out for the White Sox, and this is exactly why we said it. This is the Chicago White Sox, not the Chicago Cubs. Let's go up a little bit, up north a little bit, and let's go to the White Sox.
Yeah. I mean, also, this is really impressive for the White Sox organization because this is their second no-hitter in the last 365. Lucas Giolito threw one in August of last year. So the White Sox, they got something in their water, in their Gatorade with those no-hitters, man. They're doing something good down there. And it's a really good story for Carlos because he had some shoulder concerns. He had his velocity dip down a good bit. And he really hasn't pitched too much prior to this season. He hasn't pitched too many innings. So it's great to see him this one, moment to steal from NCAA basketball and to get his moment in the sun, throwing a no-hitter, perfect game into the 9th, which is very impressive. So props to Carlos. Happy for this. And, hey, the White Sox, man, like I said, we all said they were going to do something big this year. And here we are, man, already just about 2 weeks maybe into the season, and they're already making waves around the MLB.
And this is where we're talking about the difference between men's baseball and females baseball.
Right.
Now, as men's, you can see we are excited about this no-hitter, but also as a man of loving female sports, I'm also excited about the 21K. For a female, her 21 straight strikeout perfect game is just the same reaction that this guy Carlos is getting as a White Sox throwing a no-hitter in a single game. So this is what I'm talking about, the difference between men liking, or looking at the women's and being like, oh, who cares about the 21 strikeout? Don't say who cares, because to her, it's just like the Carlos throwing the no-hitter. You got to give, credit to both.
Yeah. We got our boy Big Shaw joining us. What's going on, Shaw?
Oh, not much. Not much. Good.
Not much, man. I see you with your beautiful daughter, as always, enjoying some quality time with her.
That's right. That's right.
There she is. Taking over the shot.
That's right. Taking over.
What's going on? Yeah, Shaw, let me get your comments real quick, man, because I know you weren't here for the first time. What were your thoughts about the young lady from North Texas who threw a perfect game with 21 strikeouts, struck out the entire team for her no-hitter, or for her perfect game, excuse me?
I loved it. I watched the whole game. I'm going to tell you that right now. I love women's sports. I've been loving it for a while. I watched the whole game, man, and I said it was really amazing. But, nobody's really talking about it, man.
That's what we're here for.
Nobody's really talking about it, but Big Shaw going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it on my show on Friday. I'm let the world know. Y'all need to start talking about these ladies, because some of these ladies play better than the men. But, I really enjoyed it. My daughter trying to.
Oh yeah, she's trying to kick you out. yeah, and I told the fans earlier, Shaw, we're gonna start having a women's spotlight at least once per episode, highlighting just what some of the amazing females around the world of sports are doing. I know the WNBA draft is tonight. We're probably gonna touch a little bit on that on our Saturday show, so we'll talk more about that then. But hey, yeah, this is really good, man. Excited for this young lady once more, and absolutely phenomenal run that she's had. So what did you thought on? Let's go to the MLB now. What did you think about the no-hitter from the Chicago White Sox the other night?
Yeah, I told you about that for the White Sox.
We all did. We all said the White Sox were going to be good now.
White Sox, but it was good, but I still think that the 21 strikeouts was
right.
Good. Was a whole lot.
That's what we were saying. That's what we were saying.
I'm not just saying it because it's a woman. I'm just, man, that's amazing. But that 21 strikeouts, you can't beat that. But but for the White Sox, it's pretty good though. But I will say this as a Yankees fan, I don't know what got into the Boston Red Sox.
They can't lose, man. They've been on a hot streak.
Yeah, whatever they took, the Yankees need to take that.
Right.
They need to see what the Boston Red Sox got a hold of, and they need some of that right now.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt right now.
No doubt. Well, let's talk a little bit of wrestling, guys. We did our WrestleMania show with Frankie on Sunday, which was a great success. Had a lot of fun. Had Jay McLovin on the show. He's going to be coming back next Tuesday to also do our jersey giveaway on the 20th. So mark your calendars, and you will find out who wins our jersey. And that was, of course, for our getting 1,000 page likes on Facebook. And hey, like I said, if you get us to 2,000 pretty quick, we might do our jersey giveaway or something else of that sort. So keep liking the page, keep sharing the page to all the Facebook groups you can get a part of, and be sure to comment, because we love all the fan interaction you guys give up, and it's just a great thing on the show. So let's talk a little bit about wrestling, Frankie. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a good topic.
If we get to 2K on Unscripted, we're not going to do a jersey giveaway. No, we're going to do a Big Shaw giveaway. That's right. I'm going to say here now. If we get to 2K, we're going to do a Big Shaw giveaway.
Oh,
Big Shaw giveaway. Boy, they
now, what that means, I'm not sure.
What that means, I need to know.
You'll get personalized, signed Big Shaw merchandise.
That's right. That's right. I do need some merchandise on.
There you go. Yeah, Shaw will sign a shirt, and he will send it to you personally. That's our 2K giveaway. Perfect. Already got just a 2K. I swear I'll wake up tomorrow morning and we got 300 more page likes just based off of that. So we'll see. But all right, Frankie, let's wrestling. It's I forget what they call it. It's like not Black Friday, but like Black Thursday. They did this last
Yeah.
the Thursday after in 2020. They released a lot of wrestlers. They got a lot of flack for it because it was during COVID and they let go of a bunch of people. And they're the same thing's happening this year. So here's a list of the releases I'm going to name off real quick. Starting from the bottom: Bo Dallas, Kalisto, Tucker, Wesley Blake, Chelsea Green, Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, Mickey James, Samoa Joe. And I also saw that before, I think right after the show was going live, I saw that Mojo Rawley was also released. So what are your thoughts on all these names, and where do you think some of them might end up?
I'm not 100% sure on Mojo Rawley. Let me double check on that, but I'll get to everyone else. I'm not surprised very much on Samoa Joe. He wasn't having a very great career in WWE. He came out looking great, had his little debut against Seth Rollins and everything like that. But then he had injuries that caught up, and they just threw him into the announce table, and that's not what Samoa Joe is. Samoa Joe is a wrestler. So for me, I definitely see Samoa Joe ending up coming to AEW or maybe back to Impact, but we would definitely see Samoa Joe back in the ring. For Mickey James, I'm not shocked about it either. We haven't seen much of Mickey James. I'm surprised that she's still been on the list. I'm surprised that she didn't get released last year during the COVID outbreak. But for Mickey James, I don't think she's gonna wrestle anywhere. I feel if she does, she's just gonna make surprise appearances over in NWA with her husband. Being the NWA champion and everything like that. But other than that, I don't see Mickey James going to any big major promotions or anything. She don't need to. She made history in Impact. She made history in WWE, so she don't need to go to AEW and anything like that. For Peyton Royce, though, I'm shocked on this. I heard a lot that WWE was supposed to push Peyton Royce into the WWE Championship picture, but I guess they didn't. I don't know why we haven't seen much of Peyton Royce, but we've seen more of Billy Kay. It's really confusing to me. I don't know why WWE would release Peyton Royce, but for a fact, she's going to end up in AEW because she is the wife to AEW superstar Sean Spears, I believe, formerly known in WWE as the Perfect 10. But for Billy Kay, if Billy Kay and Peyton Royce comes back to being a tag team, because that's what they are since Australia, and then into America, they've been together. So if they decide to team up again, I could see Billy Kay going with Peyton Royce to AEW and taking over the tag team women's division and seeing AEW create AEW Women's Tag Team Championship. Since WWE is doing it, I can see AEW doing that. Chelsea Green, I'm shocked. Wesley Blake, I'm shocked. Tucker, I don't even know who that is.
Tucker from who was with
Otis, right?
Otis, yes.
Yeah, see, I'm not shocked on that either because I forgot. Look at that. I forgot he was in WWE. So those three, I'm not shocked. If you're looking on this list, you shouldn't be shocked because you haven't seen any of these wrestlers. That's why Shaw right now is not even paying attention because he doesn't know any of these people on the names. We were sending him updates earlier, and he's like, "Who's this?
Who are these people?
Who's this? Yeah. Who the heck is that?" So
right.
That's why this is the reason why WWE is releasing all these people is because we haven't seen them on TV, especially Bo Dallas, Kalisto. Kalisto drug away from the Lucha House Party. So, there's reasons why all these people has been released, and we all should have been shocked. The major shocker for me is Peyton Royce and Samoa or Peyton Royce, yeah.
Sean, what are your thoughts on these releases? I know you didn't know a majority of these guys, but of the ones you do know of, what's your thoughts?
I do know Mickey James, Samoa Joe, and Bo Dallas. And a man at the bottom of the screen, see, that's an opening right there for him.
Yeah, that's true.
That's an opening right there for him.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
The WWE bless you, baby. The WWE gonna call him. So But them other people, I don't know them other people, man. I don't know.
Right.
I never heard them people there in my life. I don't know. But I know Bo Dallas.
Yeah. Bo Dallas has been there for a while
is the
now.
brother of Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this Bray Wyatt brother.
He was also,
And he's also
an early NXT champion too.
He's also dating
Who's he
what's her name? Liv Morgan.
Yeah, Liv Morgan.
So don't be
Oh, he gonna
surprised
be
that WWE push away from her soon.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. Let me give my thought. Let me give my thoughts on these releases. I'm starting from the bottom. Bo Dallas, I saw he hasn't wrestled in like 2 years. So I mean, I'm not really shocked by that at all. He was a good wrestler though. Whenever he was on TV, back when he was in NXT, fans hated him. They were telling him to go away and everything. And even when he came up to the main roster, with who was he with? He was like Curtis Axel and someone else. They were doing their shtick. Yeah, with all them.
Oh, no. They were Miz Taraj.
Yeah. So, I mean, he was good in that. And then he just kind of fell off the wayside after that. He didn't do too much. Kalisto, I liked watching a few of his matches. I mean, he never really stuck out to me, though. He's an athletic guy, and I'm sure he's going to wind up in a different promotion. But, I mean, I'm not too shocked either. He hasn't done too much in a while. I think he was a cruiserweight champion at one point, if I'm not mistaken, I believe. So he might. I know he's going to end up somewhere. Tucker, like I said, he hasn't done much at all. After him and Otis split up, it was weird how this happened because just a few months ago, Tucker turned heel on Otis. Then they had I think a random match on Raw the next night, and then you hadn't seen Tucker since. So
he got injured.
He got injured. Okay, so he got injured, and then they just cut him. So. I mean, you could tell they didn't have anything planned with him, and they didn't have a lot of faith in him because, let's face it, because then, right after that, Otis turned heel. So he just got kind of thrown off the bridge, basically, and he's out of here. So, I mean, I don't see him going. If he does go to a major promotion, it's not going to be a rating shift or anything like that. He'll be just kind of a small.
Yep. Wesley
Blake, I just know he's been there for a while. I don't know of any of the things he's been. I think he was in NXT basically his whole career. Chelsea Green, I know she was in NXT. It's just I think she's been hurt a lot, so she hasn't really been able to stay healthy. And we know that basically once you get injured in WWE, your career is basically done for. Let's see, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce are going to package them together because, man, how the mighty have fallen, Frankie. Remember, these two were, I believe, the first women's tag team champions in WWE history.
No.
They weren't. Who were
Sasha Banks and Bayley were, but
I know they won it at WrestleMania though.
They won the tag team titles at WrestleMania 35. I was there live to see it, and I was excited. I was happy, and now look, they're both gone. That's really weird, and it's really odd because we just seen Billie Kay not 5 days ago, so it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that is crazy because I mean these two as a team, people enjoyed watching them team together. They're one of the few teams for the women's division. Back when it first started, and even now, they split them up. They split them up, and I still don't know why. That's one of the biggest kind of shockers in the last year or so. That they split those two up in the draft. So it sucks that both of those left. But I'm gonna say Frankie, if they don't go to AEW, I could see them going to TNA or an Impact because they already have. Impact Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. So they could definitely go there and already be going for a title. So I could definitely see Impact trying to get both of them. We got our guy Ben Southers chime in saying what's up. Always nice to see you, Ben. So yeah, that's why I think they might go to first is Impact, where they already got the women's tag team championships. AEW, they would just they don't have a set of tag team champions yet. I'm sure they're going to get some soon. Let's see, Mickie James, I don't really see too much from her. I'm surprised she got released only because I thought that they were just going to kind of keep her there, maybe turn her into a producer or something. You know what I mean? Or just kind of keep her in the background. Because like I said, Bo Dallas hasn't wrestled in 2 years. I know Mickie James hasn't wrestled in a while, but it ain't been 2 years. So I thought that they might just kind of let her contract right out. I didn't think they would cut her. But, I mean, like I said, she's done enough. If she wants to retire, she can, and she can say she's had a very good career, very long career. And if she chooses to go somewhere else, whether it is, like you said, the NWA, which is a good fit, they just started back up. I think she'd be good there. So we'll see where she goes. And finally, the one that is really shocking, Samoa Joe. We just saw him at WrestleMania, Frankie. He was commentating.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I know he's been out of action for a while with an injury. I believe it was to his neck, if I'm not mistaken. A neck or a head injury, maybe. I just know he's been out for a very long time from the ring. And it sucks, man, because once we heard that he was going to be taken off of commentary, right after WrestleMania, it's like, all right, well, that means he must be healthy. That means he's going to be going to the ring again. He's going to start wrestling. And then, 2 or 3 days later, here we are, and they cut him. So I could definitely see him going over to AEW. Maybe even in Japan, he could go there. That would be just being a big monster, strong style type of guy like he is. Or he could go back home. He could go back to Impact. That would be a little bit of a shocker if he went there. But wherever he lands up, I think they're going to give him, title shots. They're going to give him a chance, and they're going to show that, WWE messed out. They never this guy really a huge push. He never got a world title, unfortunately, and it's just kind of a shame considering all the hype he had around him coming into WWE, and then now you're wondering where is he going to head to. So, and then I did see it was confirmed that Mojo Rawley was released. Biggest thing for him, I think, was he was friends with Rob Gronkowski. So that's about it.
He was also Andre the Giant Memorial Battle winner.
Oh, God, you're right. I forgot about that.
He also is multiple-time 24/7 champion. Let's not forget that. Mojo Rawley had a very good career, but towards the end, it just goes downhill from there. When you don't have TV time in WWE, Vince just doesn't look at you as anybody. One name I'm surprised we haven't seen yet is Aleister Black. Where has he been? He's still on the roster. He hasn't been wrestling. Zelina Vega's gone, which we all know that's his wife. So I don't understand why we haven't seen his name yet. So it's really shocked that you want to release wrestlers that want to be in WWE and wrestle and not release the wrestlers that we haven't even seen yet. I mean, we haven't seen Bo Dallas and Tucker and everybody like that, but I'm pretty sure you can get them in and give them some TV time compared to Aleister Black. It's really weird in the WWE.
Yeah, I saw something the other day, actually. It said that Aleister Black got drafted in October of 2020, and he's not been on TV for whatever reason. We don't know since. I'm not too sure why. I don't think they've ever released. I think he's healthy. It's just they might just not have anything for him. I mean,
that's
hopefully
what WWE does. That's what they do. When you have a relationship,
really good.
When you have a relationship with another superstar, they ruin your career like that. So they released Zelina Vega. So now they're not giving Aleister Black TV time. No need for that. They've released Andrade, and now they did some funky stuff on Charlotte Flair and pushed her out of WrestleMania, and now that's why she's back and she's pissed. And this is what WWE does. It's crazy, man. It's just Vince. It's Vince himself. If you guys are not a WWE fan or haven't watched WWE or anything, you don't. Yeah, you need to understand that it's not WWE releasing these people. It's Vince. Right. It's Vince. Right. But the man's a billionaire. When you have $1 billion, bro, you can do whatever you want.
I did see that you mentioned AEW show. I saw that they hit over 1 million viewers the other night. That's probably the second or third time they've ever hit that mark. Of course, Iron Mike Tyson was on the program, so that helped. They got a lot of fans on there, so it always helps when you got an amazing world-class boxer who's in still great shape. Help get some people watching that. I know they had Shaq on there a few weeks ago. He had a match, so that was insane to watch. So, hey, congrats to AEW, NXT.
Big Shaw's gonna be on that next.
I'm about to say, Big Shaw's gonna get his tryout match next.
Him and
T-Ray
I'm getting on that next. Yeah, I'm getting on that next.
Oh, I'm sure.
I want to see Big Shaw versus T-Ray. But Shaw, I'm just letting you know right now, you missed the interview with T-Ray. He already announced that I'm his manager. So I'm his manager.
T-Ray, I want you in the steel cage.
There you go. Yeah, that'll be our 10,000 page like. That'll be our 10,000 page likes. If you get us to that, we will book a steel cage match at a local show somewhere in between Texas and Louisiana. With
No,
between
we can
Big
do it
Shaw.
in Texas. We can do
You
it
do
in
it in
Texas.
All right, so Shaw's
I
gonna go
got
out to
family in Texas, so we
Perfect.
can do it in Texas.
I'm sure Queen Charmel
Yeah, she can help out.
we can do something.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll have one of us will be in Shaw's corner, the other one's going to be in T-Ray's, and then the other, Jay or Mel, they can be the ref. So we can all get it
Yeah.
figured out, and it'll be a fair and square match. 10,000 page likes. You heard it here first. T-Ray, if you're still checking us out, get ready for it, man, because I know Shaw's already going to start training tomorrow. So
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Shaw don't even need to train.
Look,
He's just ready now.
T-Ray, I'm 2 hours. No, I'm 4 hours from Houston. So
Okay.
we can meet in the middle.
He's cutting a promo already. I love it. All right, guys, we got a couple of minutes left. Do you guys want to promote anything you guys got going on real quick before we head out of here? Frankie, you can go ahead and go first.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks, I will be going live for the first round of this year's NFL 2021 draft, going from number 1 all the way to number 32. I'm going to be going and telling everybody who is going where, how it's going to impact their team, and if it was a good pickup or not. I'm going to try and get every fan for every team to come in and try and tell me what do you expect from the pickup from your team, and also how do you feel it's going to impact your team, and also how you feel your team is going to look through this upcoming season. So, for example, when the Raiders are on the clock, I will be having Logan Landers come in. He will be in my background, and then I'll bring him on. And then for Shaw, I don't know if Shaw likes the Cleveland Browns or he likes the Saints. But if he wants to represent both of them,
Cleveland Browns.
yeah. See, so if he wants to represent both of them, he can come on for both of them. When the Browns are on the clock, he can come on, and then when the Saints are on the clock, he can come on again. That's how I'm going to try and do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna come on again. I do want to say this.
I
know, baby, you sleepy. But I do want to say this though before Cranky Girl get mad. Asante Samuel Jr. He gonna go to the Saints. That's where he going.
You heard it first from Big Shaw.
He going to the Saints.
There you go. You heard it here first. Asante Samuel Jr. from Shaw's Crimson Tide of Alabama is going to.
No, he was Florida State. No, he was
Florida State. Florida State. Excuse me. I was thinking. My bad. I was thinking of the Patrick Surtain. My bad.
Yeah. He going to Dallas.
There you go. He's going to Dallas. He's going with Jay.
That's what I said. He going to Dallas.
Well, get used to this, because once the draft comes up, this is gone and Pats is back, baby.
Oh yeah, there we go. The Yankees only get a certain time frame here. Once football season rolls back around, we'll see all the Pats gear back once more. So gotta love it. Frankie always repping the hats. Shaw, depends on the day, always has a nice fresh do-rag on. Yeah. And me, it just depends. I always got the hair looking nice. I'll keep with that one. I might throw a hat on time or two. Just depends on the time or day. Well, we got about a minute left here. And let me just say thank you guys so much for tuning into our show tonight. Of course, if you are catching us live right now, first off, why aren't you? The second, you can always check out our shows Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, over on our Facebook channel, over on YouTube, over on Northeast Streaming Sports YouTube channel, or also live on Zodiac TV, which you can find on your Roku device. We stream live sports content about anything going on in the world of sports that we think is interesting. Women's sports, male sports, wrestling, whatever we got our minds on, we're going to talk about it. Of course, we got the whole crew here, Frankie C, Big Shaw, myself, Jay and Mel are still not on the program. They'll be back very soon. We miss you guys. We can't wait for you guys to get back on. It's not the same without y'all. It's not the same. We miss you guys. And Jay will be coming back on the 20th, so that's going to be a good return. And, hey, just be sure, guys, we are brought to you by BS3 Radio with Spreaker. Check out our podcast. We're also on Northeast Streaming Sports. You guys have a great night, and we will talk to you again on Saturday.
I miss you, Jay.
You're listening to Unscripted on Northeast Streaming Sports.